In 2026, one person with AI can run a business that used to need a whole team. No staff, no office, no big budget. I'll show you how to automate the boring, repetitive work in every part of a business so it runs almost on its own. And stay to the end, because this same setup is something you can sell to other businesses for monthly income. Let's start with why this is even possible now, because it sounds too good until you see the logic. A business is really just a set of repeated tasks: answering customers, marketing, following up on leads, handling admin, tracking the money. For decades, every one of those tasks needed a person doing it by hand. Today, AI and simple no-code tools can handle the repetitive parts of every single one of them. That means a solo founder can now operate at the level of a small team without hiring anyone. Now, an important point, so I'm honest with you. This isn't about replacing genuine human judgment, relationships, or quality. It's about removing the soul-draining repetition so your limited time goes to the things that actually matter and actually grow the business. Whether you run your own business or want to offer this setup to others as a service, understanding how it fits together is a serious advantage in 2026. So let's go function by function. Start with customer service, because it quietly eats the most time of anything. Most businesses answer the same small handful of questions over and over all day. What are your opening hours? What does it cost? Are you available? How do I book? You can set up an AI assistant trained on those exact answers to reply instantly, day and night, on a website or a messaging channel. It handles all the routine, repetitive questions automatically and only passes the unusual or sensitive ones to a human. The result is that customers get instant answers even at midnight, and the owner finally stops drowning in the same repetitive messages every single day. You set it up once, refine the answers over a week or two, and from then on, it works around the clock without complaint. This one change alone can hand a small business owner back several hours every week, which is exactly why it's the easiest and best place to start. Next is marketing and content, the part that keeps a business visible. A business has to stay in front of people consistently, but creating content constantly is genuinely exhausting, and it's the first thing busy owners drop. AI fixes this completely. Use an assistant to plan an entire month of social posts in one sitting, write the captions and the emails, and repurpose a single idea into many pieces. One thought becomes a post, a short video script, and an email newsletter. Then AI design tools turn all of that into finished professional graphics. You can realistically batch a whole month of marketing in a single focused afternoon. The business then stays consistently visible without the owner having to sit down and create from scratch every day. And consistency is the entire point, because consistent visibility is what builds trust and keeps customers coming back. AI is what finally makes that level of consistency achievable for someone working completely alone. Now, sales and follow-up. And this is where most small businesses quietly bleed money without realizing it. Someone inquires, the owner is genuinely busy with another customer, hours pass, and that warm lead goes cold and disappears forever. AI automation solves this leak directly. It responds the instant an inquiry comes in, and it follows up automatically if there's no reply after a day or two. Every single potential customer gets attention, even when the owner is asleep, on holiday, or busy with someone else. You can set up a simple sequence: an instant friendly reply, then helpful information, then a gentle nudge a day later. And no lead ever slips through the cracks again. For a huge number of small businesses, simply plugging this one leak is the single most profitable thing they could possibly do. And the best part is it runs entirely on autopilot once it's built. Money that was leaking out the bottom suddenly stays in. Admin and operations come next. The invisible work that silently swallows hours and mental energy. Scheduling, sending reminders, organizing information, sorting inquiries into the right place, updating records. AI and no-code tools can connect your apps, so all of this happens automatically. A new booking adds itself to the calendar and fires off a reminder. A new customer's details file themselves exactly where they belong. An inquiry gets tagged and routed without you touching it. You stop being the manual glue holding every task together. This is the real difference between a business that completely depends on the owner remembering everything in their head and one that quietly runs its own routines in the background. Free up that constant mental load, and the owner can finally spend their energy actually growing the business and improving quality instead of just frantically keeping all the plates spinning. That shift, from operator to owner, is where real growth starts. Let's touch finance and invoicing, kept simple and kept honest. AI tools can help you draft invoices, send polite payment reminders automatically, categorize your expenses, and summarize where the money is actually going in plain, readable language. Now, a genuine word of caution here. You still want a human eye on this, and for anything serious, taxes, big decisions, compliance, you bring in a real accountant. AI is the helpful assistant, not the final authority on your finances. But for day-to-day clarity, it removes hours of dread and avoidance and keeps you on top of your numbers instead of hiding from them. And this matters more than it sounds, because a small business that genuinely understands its own cash flow makes far better, calmer decisions than one flying blind. AI makes that understanding accessible even if you hate spreadsheets with a passion. Use it to stay informed and organized, then bring in a professional for the big calls. That's the smart balance. Now connect it all into one system because the real power was never any single tool. It's the way they link together into a chain. Picture the full flow. A customer messages, the AI answers instantly. They inquire about a service. The follow-up sequence fires automatically. They book. The calendar updates itself, and a reminder goes out. After the appointment, a thank you message and a request for a review send themselves without anyone lifting a finger. The owner barely touches any individual step. You build each piece once, and they chain together into a business that largely runs its own routine work, 24 hours a day. That, in turn, frees the human to do the genuinely human things that no AI should do: the relationships, the quality, the strategy, the care. This is what a modern one-person business actually looks like in 2026. Not a person frantically doing everything, but a person directing a quiet, automated system underneath them. Here's the opportunity hiding inside everything I just showed you. And it's the part most people completely miss. You can sell this exact setup to other businesses. The overwhelming majority of local owners have absolutely no idea any of this is possible. And even the ones who suspect it have zero time to learn and build it themselves. So you become the person who sets it up for them, their customer service assistant, their lead follow-up automation, their content system. And you charge a setup fee plus a recurring monthly amount to keep it running and maintained. That's recurring income for you. And saved hours, plus saved customers for them. Crucially, you are not selling AI as some vague buzzword they don't understand. You are selling them time back and customers saved, which is something every owner instantly values. Start with one single business, get them a real result, collect a testimonial, and use that proof to land the next. This is one of the clearest, least crowded service opportunities of 2026. So here's your action plan, kept deliberately simple so you actually do it. If this is for your own business, pick the single function that drains you the most right now. For most people, that's repetitive customer questions or leads slipping through follow-up, and automate just that one thing first. Get it working properly, feel the relief, then add the next piece on top. Don't try to build the whole system in one weekend. That's how people get overwhelmed and quit. If instead, you want to offer this as a service to others, then learn one automation deeply, really master it. Build it for a single friendly business cheaply or even free, just to get undeniable proof and a testimonial, and only then package and price it for real clients. Either path, the rule is identical. Start with one working piece, not the whole imaginary system. Small, working, and real always beats big and imaginary. The tools are ready, and most people still aren't using them, which is precisely why right now is the time to move. If you can see the opportunity here, subscribe for more practical AI business breakdowns, and grab my free AI Income Starter Guide in the description to go deeper. Building this as a service? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your plan. See you in the next one.